Yellow.
There he is.
Where's that?
Back in the lab. What movie did you go see tonight?
So one battle after another again.
Never heard of that in my life.
No, you've heard of it. You've seen the trailers for it. You have to.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Been all over the place, buddy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We got another special guest tonight.
It's your wife, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I just knew it.
Sitting over there all quiet, just smirking because she got the Dolphins pick right.
No,
Yeah,
I wasn't going to even bring it up.
Shit to say. She's always got some shit to say about her little Dolphins.
I wasn't even going to bring it up, but
yeah,
she'll bring it up.
Matt told me I can't come to him.
Just act like you've been there before. That's all.
That is true.
But I haven't.
No hot dog.
Yeah, you have. You've been further than us the last 2 years.
This is only my second year.
Who'd you go to the movie with? Yourself?
I went with my mom.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you're known to go to movies by yourself, so I was just curious.
Oh, I did last Friday night.
Did you really? What movie?
Yeah, like 11 p.m.
What movie did you go see?
One battle after another.
No. Last Friday. What one did you?
Yeah, he went twice.
You went.
I went twice.
Oh my gosh.
It's that fucking good, man.
Okay, wait. Which one is this one? Who's in it?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
I can watch it.
Yep, I think I did see the previews for this.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
You know what's coming out is a new Channing Tatum movie.
Oh my goodness.
But it's not Magic Mike. It's
On
like an
that
action
note,
movie.
We are back and better than ever. A little disappointed, but also a little happy. Our 0-3 team definitely pulled through, but the good old Green Bay Packers ended in a goddamn tie, and we're going to jump into that. But before we do that, we're going to get into some stats when it comes to the pool as a whole. We have 114 survivors still. Matt, are you undefeated still in your personal one?
Thank you for asking. I am undefeated.
I am too.
And both of my fantasy teams, if anyone's curious.
Oh, I am curious.
Matt, you're technically in 8th place.
I'm in 8th place?
Yeah.
Sick.
I don't know how they choose who's in what place, but...
Also, listeners, that is not Trevor. That is Danielle. She will be joining us tonight on the podcast. And we're going to get into one of her very suspect picks that also 3 other people picked and got correct. But before we do that, 18.9% of individuals this week picked the Bills. That's 23 picks. The Texans were picked 21 times. The Lions were picked 20 times. Those were the top 3 big dogs in the league this year or league this week. The Chargers were picked 18 times and got beat by good old, is it Jaxson Dart? Am I saying that right? Is that his full name?
You would think it's pronounced a different way because it's spelled so ridiculously. But yeah, Jackson.
Okay.
Who'd they play?
The Chargers, and the Chargers lost. That's why, what did we say last week, Matt? Don't pick the Chargers and Giants game because what happened? Nope. Giants won. Guys, we're not always wrong. Broncos got picked 12 times. They won. Patriots won, picked 11 times. The Packers lost because of the tie. We will get into that. Dolphins got picked 3 times and ended up winning. 49ers got picked 3 times and lost. Commanders were picked twice and lost. They didn't listen to you, Matt. Stay away from the overseas game. One person, gone. Vikings, Cardinals, Seahawks, Eagles, all with 1. Seahawks and Eagles ended up winning. All the other games no one picked because all those games are dirt.
I'm pretty sure the Seahawks won. That might have been Michaela.
Just the 1 pick?
Yeah,
maybe.
I think that might have been her.
Who knows?
Good for her.
But before we get into anything, before we get into our recap, before we get into our quick hits, and who we're picking, who we're staying away from, and who we're on the fence with. You guys know the drill. Let's talk about this tie, Matt. I'm going to start. I think professional sports should never end in a tie, especially football. It's absolutely ridiculous that a grown man, professional sport and organization says, oh, we can't play any more minutes and we got to end in a tie. It's stupid. Or even in this survive this pool or in this pool that we're doing, make it like a free mulligan, or I don't know how would you approach it? I don't even know where to start. And I don't think Kenny has control over that. I think he just clicks a button and it goes default rules. But what would you do? First talk about the tie, and then what would you do?
So I just I don't even want to talk about the game itself, because I think it's just a trend that's happening with this Packers team that everyone, myself included, I have literal Benjamins on this team to win the Super Bowl this year, and they have completely faltered. And this Dallas team, who again made Caleb Williams look like one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, obviously did not do very well against Jordan Love, but Dak looks great out there. But it is just inexcusable for the Packers, almost in the red zone, or maybe they were in the red zone, to basically go full belly up cowardice mode. Like they really just laid down and said, "No, a tie's fine. That's good enough."
Yeah.
They had time to run a play. Like this goes back to all of the training camp days and the OTAs and the 2-minute drills and all of the stuff that you have had scripted and worked on, and you have 20 fucking assistant coaches on your sidelines that run through these types of scenarios. And you say, "Nope, we're just going to bring the kicker in so that we can get out of here with a tie."
Yeah.
Instead of going for the win, going for it. After your team laid an egg after going up early, you just say, "Nah, we'll just take our keys and go. We're fine. It's okay. It's not that big of a deal." And I hope when it comes down to the end of the year and it's division standings time and they're making their run at the division, this affects it.
So talk about that real quick, and you don't need to get in too much detail. How does the tiebreaker work now? Like they have a tie on their schedule. Like what's going on?
Well, they have to win. They have to have a good division record.
Are you talking about the Packers, or are you talking about both of them?
Oh, I don't give a shit about the Cowboys. They're not going to do anything.
Yeah, you're talking about the Packers. Yep. Okay.
But the Packers are the ones that are possibly going to be a Super Bowl contending team.
Yeah.
And like I said at the beginning of the year, I thought they had 1 seed, 2 seed potential. Well, they got to win their division for that. Now they have this tie on their record. Let's say, okay, they already beat Detroit once this year. If they split with them and they have similar records going to the end of the year, it's going to come down to that tiebreaker. It's going to come down to the fact that Green Bay has a tie on the record and Detroit doesn't. I don't know when Detroit and Green Bay play again this year. It's early on in the season, yes, but this is not like this is some of the this is some of the this is such an aggro league. It's all manly men, and they just totally laid down and took a beating.
Yeah, they play on Thanksgiving.
Okay, and that's a big game. That's late in the season.
Huge
game. That's a prime time moment, and they're going to be playing in Detroit, which means it's going to be a pretty tough matchup. And again, if it comes down to it, and they have similar records at the end, and that tie is the determining factor of, are they going to be a wild card team that has to travel to, let's say, Philly in the first round? That's going to come back to bite them in the ass.
Yeah,
and I hope it does.
Man. That did give us a loss, though, on our podcast pool pick. So now we're just going to have to go crazy and win the whole thing as we continue. Continue.
Can I just jump in on this?
Yep.
There's no reason why in the pool itself where somebody should be penalized for a fucking tie.
I would agree with you.
I feel like that should have been a win to both sides.
I am in a weekly pick'em league that you just pick the games, whatever. It is just for fun. It is just for with my college friends. There's no money. There's no nothing, anything you get.
Yep.
You just pick every single game, winners, losers, whatever. The tie is just a part of your record now. That's all it is. And you get no points deducted from you. You get no penalty, anything like that. If we had the commission on the phone right now, I would seriously have some choice words for him. I hope Kenny hears this.
We might have to get him on the phone as we approach the halfway mark in the NFL season. So
make it right, Kenny.
Would you just say never end the game in a tie, general, like just don't?
Yeah, don't. Or change the rules in overtime to make it quicker. Put them on the 25-yard line, make them go back and forth. Yeah, that's college rules. I don't exactly know how the college rules work. And if you have 17 overtimes, you're going to, that's a little over-exaggeration. If you have 4 or 5 overtimes, they're going to be quicker than what we witnessed the other night, and there will be a winner because someone's going to miss a field goal, someone's going to miss a touchdown, and then you have to start going for 2-point conversions. There's better ways to do it. We're not going to get into that right now. We can get into the long form podcast
the argument
with
for that is it's a TV show. It really is. It's a TV show.
Yeah, it's entertainment, but
and so you have to cut it off because the next TV show's on.
That's ridiculous.
The next game.
I don't know.
The nightly news can suck it. Are you?
Well, the other football game.
I watch football from 8:30 in the morning till like 11:30 at night. This is exactly what the NFL wants. They want more ratings. They want more eyes. They want stuff glued. They don't want jabronis like us talking about it like this.
Changed overtime rules, and that may happen. All right, let's get into it. Giants upset the Chargers in Dart's debut. Take it away, Matt. What'd you see from him? What do you like about the Giants? Probably nothing, but they got a W.
Well, I will say I like their front seven. Their defense is solid.
Their front seven is nice.
A year from now, I think we'll be talking about them as a serious NFC East contender just because that defense is so young and so solid. But this was definitely a part of the four box because I have wonderful Sunday ticket, and it just wasn't that pretty of a game. It was a win was a win. Jaxson Dart had 111 passing yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
a lot of swag to him. It's shocking to me that he's Mormon. No offense. He was fine. There was nothing that really stood out to me as like this is a guy that everybody should be taking seriously. He's got none of the Jaden Daniels Rookie of the Year piece to it. But Herbert, I think it's more on Herbert and that Chargers team that 2 horrible interceptions.
Yeah, I saw that.
Absolutely egregious interceptions that literally set up points for the Giants to be able to win. And then the Giants defense just clamped down on them. And Omari and Hampton got going a little bit. And maybe we're going to see a shift in the Chargers offense, but just in general, it wasn't great. And this is kind of what I was hinting at and get to give myself a little pat on the back here. Like, don't trust the teams that have to travel across country or travel across overseas. Just don't trust it because it is tough and it's a hard adjustment and even when it's this rookie quarterback, like just don't mess with it. Don't mess with it.
Chargers have the longest distance traveled this year among games. I think it's close to like 15,000. It's probably more than that. It's a lot. I'm not even going to say the number, but I did see that at the beginning of the year, who's got the shortest and who's got the biggest. And Chargers are up there. The Ravens are lost. What do you mean by lost? What's going on with them, Matt? Their quarterback's hurt. Lamar just said he's out for 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, he tweaked his hamstring in the third quarter, and then they pretty much went full, just belly up mode, just a lot faster than the Packers did against the Cowboys. But there's just not a moment that the Ravens were in that game against the Chiefs, and giving up 382 yards of offense to this Chiefs team that looked lost. If we were going to say which teams looked lost coming into it, it was definitely the Chiefs.
It was the Chargers, Chiefs. Yep, it was the Chiefs.
But Mahomes had 4 touchdowns. Worthy looked great. He was out for the first few games of the year. But there's no explosiveness. And Derrick Henry had 8 carries in that game. And I was watching it pretty intently. And they keep bringing Justice Hill in for him on these second and third downs. And I just don't think they realize that they have an absolute Hall of Fame running back on their team, and they keep bringing in Darren Sproles light.
They did that last year too.
I know, but
it doesn't make sense.
Derrick Henry can do pass protection, and he can catch the ball. I realize he's fumbled a little bit this year, but by God, you're really going to take these carries away? The Ravens are 1-3. I don't know how this team bounces back. I think that they can still be a little frisky in the division. I know their schedule opens up a little bit, but I don't know. I don't have a lot of confidence picking them in future games unless they play the Browns when they hang 40 points on somebody.
Yeah, that's one of our teams that we're gonna always pick against. Good old Browns. All right, let's get into some quick hitters. Jags stun the 49ers.
Again, this is another game that we had on the 4-box. Brian Thomas and Travis Hunter have 22 catches and no touchdowns. This offense is not good. Don't be tricked by it. Don't be fooled. They've forced 9 turnovers in 4 games. This 49ers team is going to limp along. I think, Taylor, they might be calling you to come in and play wide receiver for them at some point this week.
I'm ready. I just ran a 5K today. I'm ready to do some running.
You're ready to go, baby. But yeah, this Jags team, don't get it twisted. The offense is not good. Liam Cohen is not the truth. He's not the offensive coordinator to save Trevor Lawrence or anything like that. That defense is rocking.
What's your thought on Travis Hunter quickly moving more towards offense than defense right now? I think he only played like 9 defensive snaps out of the 60-something and then like 38 offensive snaps.
Time down to gimmick. Make him play one way.
Yeah.
It's not working. Just move on from it. I realize everybody thought he was going to be Deion Sanders. He's not. It's time to move on. Eagles
complete 0 passes in the second half against the Bucs. Okay, I did not know this. Please elaborate.
It's the ugliest team in the NFL, and they somehow still win, and they pull these things out of their ass. And they can do no wrong. But 0 completed passes in the second half against the Bucs, 0. And if the Bucs were not riddled with injuries, and honestly, I know we hyped up Baker quite a bit last week.
Yeah, we did.
He had some pretty dodgy throws in there that were not good, and I wish I could talk to my beautiful boy and tell him it's all going to be okay. But yeah, this Eagles team is going to win ugly all year, and we're still going to see him in the Super Bowl, and we're going to fucking hate it.
Do you think Baker's going to start forcing the issue a little bit more since he thinks he needs to be the guy out there since they're riddled with injuries?
Well, he sure did on Sunday, and it did not go well. So I guess we'll see.
Last one. Actually, I got 2. I got a surprise one after this. Is Indy coming back down to earth, Matt? What's going on with them?
I don't know how much you guys watched that one.
I did not watch that one.
I watched it pretty intently because I wanted to see what this Indy team could actually do against a team that might be in the playoffs.
Yep.
And they controlled things for a little bit, but there was just an all-time fumble out of the back of the end zone. Adonai Mitchell broke a long touchdown on a pass, and he was right next to the goal line, and he reached out, and he fumbled the ball with nobody around him, and it went out the back of the end zone, resulting in a touchback for the Rams, and the Rams immediately turned around and scored an 88-yard touchdown. But the Colts played sloppy. They played sloppy.
Well, there's the quick hitters. There's the little info that you got coming up. Recap on last week. I want to hear your take on Danielle picking the Dolphins over the Jets, Matt. Come on, give me a little bit, because you were like, no way in hell should anyone even come close to that game, should even think about that game, should even possibly pick the Dolphins. What's going on here?
I don't understand why somebody would want to do that to themselves, to put their balls on the line for the Miami Dolphins.
I think the key was to not watch the game.
Yeah.
And I did not. For the record, I did not watch that game because I don't hate myself enough to watch the Jets and Dolphins play each other on a Monday night.
You literally pick them, drop it, leave it, don't watch, walk away.
You know what? You have more cojones than I do. I can admit that. All right. You dragged your big balls across the table, Danny. Congratulations.
I made sure to let you know.
Exactly. I, of course, got a text about it today. And that's wonderful. I'm happy for the people that picked the Dolphins. I'm not going to fucking do it.
3 of them.
I'm not going to do it.
I wouldn't
do it. And I don't have to do it. And I'm not going to do it this week either when they play the Panthers. No, thank you.
Speaking of the Dolphins and Panthers, we're going to get to all the matchups this week, and then we're going to get into the teams that we are going with, staying away from, and on the fence with. So here we go. The slate of games this week, week 4, correct? No, week 5. Oh my goodness, we're flying. Yeah, it is week 5 because we made it farther than we did last year, which is amazing. 49ers, Rams, Vikings, Browns, Broncos, Eagles, Cowboys, Jets, Texans, Ravens, Giants, Saints, Raiders, Colts, Dolphins, Panthers, Buccaneers, Seahawks, Titans, Cardinals, Commanders, Chargers, Lions, Bengals, Patriots, Bills, Chiefs, Jag on Monday Night Football.
Matt, I dare you to pick the Panthers.
Not doing it.
Oh my gosh.
Not doing it.
With that being said, Matt, who are you on the fence with?
Well, we just talked about them, but the Colts, and I think this will probably be one of the top picked games of the week, except for the one I'm picking will be the top pick. I can just lock that in now. Colts over Raiders. I feel like this is a layup. As we discussed on our long form pod, the Raiders are a part of our dumpster fire list, which if people haven't listened to that, go listen to it. It's got a bunch of great insight, and it has me talking longer than you hear on these episodes. And I didn't watch a lot of that game. I had it on in kind of the background, the Raiders and Bears, but the Raiders have no heart. Geno had 3 picks. I think he's got like 7 to start the year, and I think it's already a wrap for them. I picked them to make the playoffs this year. It's so embarrassing. So pick the Colts. It's a get-right game for the Colts. I think a pretty easy win over the Raiders. It's an easy one if you want to take it.
Danielle, are you on the fence with anyone? Like your maybe game, but you're not going to take them?
I like to be risky, and I have like this inkling to pick the Saints this week.
Oh my goodness!
I don't know why. I just feel like I gotta pick the Saints eventually. Is this it?
This is your chance.
That and then the Seahawks Buccaneers is the one where I was like, oh, maybe I'll pick one of those people. Probably the Seahawks.
My on the fence game, Chief Jags. I don't know what's going on with Chiefs right now. It's a 59% chance the Chiefs are going to win. Jaguars are at 41%. It is in Jacksonville. Jacksonville's 3-1. Chiefs are 2-2. Chiefs offense finally looked like they were doing something last week. Worthy is back, but I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence with that one. So I'm gonna go there this week for my on the fence pick. Who are you staying away from, Matt?
It's got to be Chargers over the Commanders. I mean, or either team. Again, they're the Chargers traveling to the East Coast. That's another long trip for them to go all the way to Washington again. And I just don't like it. It's also up in the air if Jaden is going to start. I don't know if Terry McLaurin is going to play.
Rumor has it they're both out again.
Okay, well that's
strong
tough.
rumor.
I still would say I'm just a little weary of this Chargers team. I think if you want to hold on to the Chargers, they play the Raiders in Week 13. So there's my professional advice. Hold out.
I like it. I am staying far away from that Vikings-Browns pick. It might look good for some, but where are they playing next week, Matt?
London.
And what is our saying for those overseas games? Stay away. Don't go near them. 62% chance that the Vikings are going to win. The Browns beat the Packers in that game thriller, or that field goal block game thriller. They're 1-3. Browns, I can't remember what they did last week. They didn't look good. Their defense didn't really hold up. But who knows, man? It's overseas. I'm staying far away from that one.
I want to add one more rule to this, too.
Yeah, go for it.
It's just a rule in general for everybody. Don't put your faith in Carson Wentz, okay? No Carson Wentz games.
That's a good point.
No Carson Wentz games, okay? New rule.
So are you adding the Vikings to the team to always pick against?
I'm damn close.
That'd be tough. Their defense is pretty good. But I am staying far away from that overseas game. Browns-Vikings. Browns could probably pull off something else against someone in our division. So who knows what's going to happen.
The Vikings have been over there for now 2 weeks, so maybe they're acclimated, whereas the Browns are just getting there.
I know where you're coming from, but I don't think that matters. Who are you staying away from? Who are you not picking?
Well, right now I have the Colts picked, but
all right,
which it's too easy. It's too easy. Originally, before yesterday, I had the Ravens
over
the Texans.
Oh, okay.
But I don't actually feel like that's a good pick anymore.
You got to go with your gut.
Well, yeah. My gut says play it safe, but I like to make it risky. So, definitely wouldn't pick the Chiefs or the Jaguars game. That feels like a toss-up.
Yep. So you're
I've
either
already picked the Dolphins, so I can't pick. Like, I'm not picking the Panthers.
So you're either going over with the Ravens, Texans, or Colts and Chargers.
Colts, Raiders.
Colts, Raiders, or
Ravens, Texans.
Ravens, Texans. Okay, those aren't bad.
A part of me does want to try to pick like the Vikings because this is like the only chance.
You could go for
Oh,
it.
you said week 13 might be a thing.
Risk it for the biscuit. Matt, who are you going with this week?
I mean, I think it's going to be me, and I'm going to call it now 33% of our league picking Arizona over Tennessee.
I will be one of those individuals picking
Wouldn't that
that
be
Arizona over
something?
Tennessee game.
Something, if that was an upset.
Have you seen Tennessee play?
Well, yeah, wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, it would
It would be
absolutely
something,
suck.
but it would.
But
I don't think it's going to happen.
yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be on this. They can get off of Arizona for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
If they hadn't already picked it for when they played the Saints in Week 1, I think it's a layup. Anyone who plays Tennessee will get behind it.
Tennessee's becoming that Patriots team from last year. They're going to surprise someone. They're going to beat someone randomly on a last minute something. 40 people are going to pick them and everyone's going to lose, but it's not going to be this week because Arizona, I'm going with the same team, Matt, is going to beat the Texans or the Tennessee Titans, and we're going to move on to week 6.
I will
Amen.
not be in that majority because I already picked them.
Yeah, you picked the Cardinals already. Yep, you picked them early. Love it. Who would you put out there to pick for the podcast? Arizona, Tennessee. We haven't picked Arizona yet.
Yeah, I'd say let's do Arizona.
We have to.
Would anything make you pick the Rams?
Against the
Would anything
49ers?
make me?
No.
You don't think so?
No. So for the podcast pet, since Trevor isn't here, we're going to have to run this by him. But what do you say, Matt? Cardinals?
Cardinals. I think he'll be fine with it.
Do you think it's going to be 50-50 Cardinals, 50-50 Colts? That's what everybody's going to pick?
Probably pretty close to that, I would imagine. There's not a lot of great games that jump off the page. Just that Cardinals over Titans and Colts over Raiders.
Lions, Bengals. I bet a lot of people pick the Lions if they haven't picked them already, possibly. But Bills, Patriots, but I don't know if you want to get rid of the Bills this early.
No, sir.
I wouldn't either. So before we sign off here, I'm going to give Matt the floor here for 2 minutes to talk about the Super Bowl 60 halftime show. And Matt Lambert, take it away.
I appreciate it. So last year, I thought it was a very bold choice to do Kendrick Lamar. Now, I love Kendrick Lamar, but I felt like, well, no one's really going to vibe with him all that much. This is like a halftime show for me. And I'll say this about
it too.
It was like iconic.
It was great and it was wonderful. But the majority of the people that I heard talk about it was that they were so offended. It was the worst. I don't understand what he's saying. You know, just the regular racist rigmarole that gets talked around the old water cooler at work. And boy, are the degenerates really going to come out for Bad Bunny. Like, I'm not even that much of a Bad Bunny fan. I wouldn't even say that I've listened to 10 of his songs before. But he's clearly one of the most popular musicians in the entire world. And I don't know, the most that I've really seen from him is when he's on like Saturday Night Live. He does a really great job. And the vitriol and the booger eaters really coming out to play to proclaim how idiotic and horrible this performance is going to be and how nobody's going to be able to understand him and how it's going to be so bad and why can't they just go back to the old ways. I will say this to the people that were born under power lines that like to watch football and complain about everything that goes wrong in this world. They're not going to have Kid Rock, Three Doors Down, Ted Nugent, or
Nickelback.
Yeah, Nickelback doing the halftime show anytime soon. So I think either get with it or turn off the fucking TV and do something else with your life. But you won't because you'll still watch. And God forbid you have at least a little bit of an open mind about a new musician that everybody like can at least vibe to a little bit. I think it's going to be a great show. Again, I'm not that much of a Bad Bunny fan, but it is just hilarious to me how continuously we slip into the most racist, destructive conversations about something that is just supposed to be fun and just supposed to be a small part of like the most important sporting event our country has on a yearly basis. And with that, I cede my time back. Thank you.
I love it. And we're not going to keep these too long because they are designed to be a little short. But I will say this. I do not know any Bad Bunny songs. If you played one for me without me knowing who it is, I probably wouldn't guess it. But I am looking forward to see what kind of music he does provide because it's a new artist that don't listen to, won't really listen to unless I'm listening to someone else. So that's my 30 seconds. Danielle?
Honestly, you probably do know some of his songs. You wouldn't know that it's his song because somebody else's.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how much he does in English and how much he does in Spanish. But also, it's going to be interesting if he is a songwriter or a producer. Is he going to have a lot of people out there, or is he going to have more of him doing a montage of songs that he wrote? And that could be on a later long-form podcast where we will give Matt 4 minutes to talk about Bad Bunny. We really
I hope he brings the whole nation of Puerto Rico out and he informs everybody that they are a U.S. territory.
Hey, that'd be pretty legit. There it is. We all survived another week. We did take an L with that Green Bay tie. That will have to be brought up with the commish when we get him on the phone one of these times. We do appreciate it, Matt. Thanks for being on, Danielle. And we will be back for week 6 next week.